Man, this market is crazy right now. It looks like a complete nightmare. These coins are red every single day. I expected some sort of a bounce this past Sunday, but that did not even happen. People are now saying that Bitcoin support is currently being held up by a Cheeto. So it's not good. It's not good. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I mean, when you take a look at the Bitcoin chart, all right? What you notice is Bitcoin is sitting at 93,500 as I'm recording this. The rising wedge pattern that I warned you guys about maybe like a month and a half ago or something like that is currently playing out. Okay, Bitcoin is sitting below this pattern. Not only that, Bitcoin is actually sitting below a lot of the moving averages. So we're seeing a whole ton of warning signs flashing right in front of our eyes for Bitcoin. When you really look back and you think about where did things go wrong? Where were the signs that potentially marked the cycle top? You can point fingers. I mean, when you think about Donald Trump launching his meme coin, same with Melania, Eric Trump saying buy Ethereum, Eric Trump saying all of these things about crypto, a whole ton of warning signs. But do those warning signs necessarily mean that the bull market is over? Do those warning signs necessarily mean, we should just cash out and wait another year to hop back in the market because things could get potentially worse? We'll discuss that in today's video. All right, but you guys need to remember that nothing here is financial advice. I could always be wrong. Make sure you guys do your own research at the end of the day. But when you take a look here at the crypto bubbles, it's so easy for one to want to give up and leave this market completely because most days for 2025 has been red. So yeah, it's not great. It's not great knowing that your portfolio is more likely to go down than up for the remainder of 2025. I get it. It's so easy to just want to give up. But big money is still buying Bitcoin, which is quite interesting. Check this out. Saylor posted this. So Strategy acquires 8,178 Bitcoin and achieves BTC yield of 27.8% year to date. Now holds 649,870 Bitcoin. The reason why MicroStrategy continues to buy Bitcoin is because they've conducted research and they believe in what they hold, no matter what the price of Bitcoin is doing. Okay, but on the flip side, take a look at this. So Peter Schiff says this: MSTR's, so MicroStrategy, entire business model is a fraud. Saylor and I will both be speaking at Binance Blockchain Week in Dubai in early December. I challenge Saylor to debate this proposition with me regardless of what happens to Bitcoin. I believe MSTR will eventually go bankrupt. Now, here's the thing. Michael Saylor is a very smart guy. Last cycle, he held Bitcoin all the way down. So Bitcoin reached like maybe 68,000, then it came crashing down to like 15,000 in the bear market. But Michael Saylor, instead of giving up, what he did was he kept talking about the project because he wanted more and more awareness to be out there for something that he holds. A lot of investors are not willing to put in the work, right? A lot of investors, they buy something and then they go completely silent. So people don't know about the project that they hold in their portfolio. And that is very devastating for the project. You have to talk about the project. You have to build awareness if you hold something. How else do you expect people to know about it and the project to continue to grow, right? What Michael Saylor did last cycle, kept talking about Bitcoin. Eventually, Bitcoin kept going up and up and up and reached a new all-time high of 126,000. So I believe that MicroStrategy actually knows what they're doing. You see, when you conduct a lot of research and your own research, not just believing any random person, then you have no fear whatsoever in this market because you know what you hold. And this is why Michael Saylor was able to hold Bitcoin during the bad times in the market only to win in the end. Okay, and when you take a look at a lot of these altcoins, I'm going to keep it 1000% real with you guys. A lot of these altcoins will probably not reach back towards their all-time highs from last cycle. For example, something like Polkadot, it's been completely devastated this cycle. This thing is staying at $2.78. Last cycle, this thing reached like $60 or something like that, right? And it's just chilling at $2.78. Came nowhere near its all-time high from last cycle. And that's not a good thing. So again, it comes down to conducting proper research, knowing what you hold. Last cycle, one of the main reasons why a lot of people held DOT was because of price action. All right, when you really think about it, DOT has always been a little bit of a complex project. A lot of people didn't fully understand it, but they bought it based off of hype and they bought it based off of price action, and that ended up burning a lot of investors in the long run. Okay, so you got to conduct research. You actually have to know what you hold. You have to know that the project is moving forward, they're doing the right things, the right steps, and you have to tell people about the project if you're going to change your life by holding onto these coins during weak moments like this. And another thing is, a lot of you need to not be afraid to sell your losers, because sometimes you buy coins in your portfolio and it's like you bought it because you thought it was going to go on a run. You didn't really conduct any research. You're just like, I feel like it's gaining a lot of hype, a lot of momentum, so let me just buy some of this to see what happens, and then realize that you actually bought the top and then it starts coming down. You should just cut your losses and potentially rotate the money someplace else where you actually have more conviction in, because ain't nothing worse than holding on to a coin that you just have no conviction in and then see the coin drop like 99%. Then it's like, what do you even do with it? You could have, you know, cash out $500, but now, you know, you're cashing out $1. Like, that's not the way to go about these things. Know when to cut the losers, man, and just hold high conviction coins in your portfolio during times like these, because that's the only thing that's going to get you through the bad times, if you ask me. But anyways, with Bitcoin looking this week, right now, you should buy your high conviction, you should hold your high conviction, and you should just sell the coins that you just don't believe will ever bounce back. That's what I think everyone should do. But like I've told you guys many times, be very strategic with your entry prices, because you don't want to be buying these coins just because they fell like 20%. You know, you want to buy coins on a real discount. And also keep in mind the October 10th crash, because like I said, a lot of investors realize what's possible for these altcoins. So more than likely, they have their limit buy orders set around October 10th crash levels. All right, so if you see those sorts of levels happen again on these altcoins, in my personal opinion, that's a great, excellent dip buy opportunity. Once again, nothing here is financial advice. Before I end this though, I just want to quickly say, for anyone looking for a great crypto exchange, don't forget to check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. It requires no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link is going to be in my description down below for anyone that's interested. But until next time, take care.